Well, it looks like we're sending safer. Let's start the show. The Associated Press reports that the U.S. is once again sending more money to its ally in Ukraine. The Associated Press reports. Washington Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin said Tuesday that the U.S. will soon announce an additional $2.3 billion in security assistance for Ukraine, to include anti-tank weapons, interceptors, and munitions for Patriot and other air defense systems. Austin's remarks came as Ukrainian Defense Minister Rustam Umerov met with him at the Pentagon, and they mark a strong response to pleas from Kiev for help in battling Russian forces in the Donetsk region. Of the total, $150 million of aid will come from Presidential Drawdown Authority, and the remainder will be provided by Ukraine's Security Assistance Initiative. PDA allows the Pentagon to take the weapons from its stocks and send them more quickly to Ukraine. USAI puts weapons on longer-term contract. Make no mistake, Ukraine is not alone, and the United States will never waver in our support, Austin said as he opened the meeting with Umerov. Alongside some 50 allies and partners, we'll continue to provide critical capabilities that Ukraine needs to push back Russian aggression today and to deter Russian aggression tomorrow. The announcement comes just days before the U.S. hosts the NATO summit in Washington, and as Ukraine has continued to lobby for military support and acceptance into the alliance. Now, Yahoo News reported that F-16's arrival, not a silver bullet for Ukraine in the war with Russia. Why? Well, because they are unable to find pilots. Here's what they had to say. Kiev, around 2 years after Ukraine started asking allies for F-16 fighter jets to help it fight Russian forces, the first planes are set to arrive by next month. The length of the process from procuring the U.S.-designed aircraft and training Ukrainian pilots to fly them has frustrated Kiev. Russia has had time to prepare defenses to try to nullify the F-16's impact, and Ukraine has had to survive with a depleted air force, a fraction of the size and sophistication of the enemies. Here are some facts about how the F-16s may help Ukraine and what obstacles still lie on the effective deployment. The potential impact, some say the F-16s will not alone prove a turning point in the war, which began with Russia's full-scale invasion in 2022. You'd have to separate symbolism from the actual impact on the battlefield. It goes on to say here that while the pilots gain experience in Ukrainian skies and the military builds out its air infrastructure, the initial deliveries could at least help Ukraine strengthen its air shield, but probably not much help. Now, critic of this, an interesting Lane Dell, explains that maybe it wasn't so smart to get involved with this. Here's what he had to say directly about America and the West's involvement and whether or not it was a good idea. Watch.
You can't take what's happened in the last 2 years in isolation. This comes on the back of what the West did, the CIA and Victoria Nuland particularly, ousting a democratically elected president in 2014, Yanukovych, because he decided he didn't want to join NATO and he didn't want to join the EU, which is their right. What the West has done, the collective West, is put in a puppet in Poroshenko and then another puppet in Zelensky, and we've encouraged him to...
Well, Zelensky won an election.
He won an election in 2019 on the basis of peace with Russia, and he did a bait and switch at the behest of the deep state in the West, who basically controlled him.
Really have swallowed the Putin propaganda, haven't you?
It's not Putin's propaganda, it's actually reality, and it's actually what I'm talking about. So
it's a very strange reality.
Well, it is reality. I mean, you've just interrupted me there, so let me just finish and continue. So there was absolutely no need for the West to get involved in this on any side. We should have been trying to de-escalate from the beginning in February 2022.
So we should have just sat back and let Russia invade a sovereign country.
There was a peace deal in April 2022 that Putin and Zelensky worked out in Turkey with Erdogan. Boris Johnson went to Zelensky just after that, and the next thing we know, Zelensky had said, no, we're not going to make peace.
This is pure Putin propaganda. You should be ashamed of yourself.
It's actually what's happened. I'm not ashamed of myself, and I'm actually saying the reality of the situation.
How much land should we let Russia take then?
Well, if we had not gone in and agitated this and escalated and supported Zelensky to escalate, there wouldn't have been any land taken at all. Obviously, you had the Donetsk and Luhansk People's Republics who were Russian, who had been bombed by neo-Nazis attached to the Zelensky regime for 8 years.
And we might as well have Vladimir Putin sat where you are.
Well, I mean, that's just an insult.
You're an absolute disgrace. You're an absolute disgrace.
That's an absolute insult. And you can't
it was meant to be. It was meant to be.
You shouldn't call it.
Well, as you see this propaganda time and time again, it's always the same thing. You're a Putin puppet. What if I just don't want to be involved in more wars and funding things that I don't believe are beneficial to the West? Now, as you can see, I'm obviously in a makeshift studio in a closet. No pun intended, as Pride Month is over. But it's because I'm moving right now, so I'm moving studios. So just bear with me as the Disneyland says it, with my pixie dust as I get ready. But remember this time in the season is really important to also prepare for summer by losing weight and by looking good. Now, many of you know there's these drugs out that celebrities are injecting. They're expensive and you have to use needles, but they're effective. And the reason they're effective is because they control blood sugar and appetite, causing you to eat less, and essentially you just start losing weight. Now, many people wonder if there's a better solution without spending all that money or using needles, and I'm going to tell you there is. Doctors at Brickhouse Nutrition created this new weight loss supplement called Lean. Now, Lean helps do the same thing, regulate blood sugar and appetite. But I'm going to tell you, it's so effective. It's not for your casual dieters who just want to lose a few pounds. This is for people who want to lose 10 pounds or more. Go to leanvnn.com right now, LEANVNN.com. Use my promo code VNN for 15% off plus free rush shipping. That's going to get you a bottle of Lean from us, and you're going to be able to lose weight. So if you actually care about losing weight and you want to lose a lot of weight fast, go to leanvnn.com, links in the description, and click VNN as your promo code to get 15% off plus free rush shipping today. I'm Elijah Schaefer. Thank you so much again for watching. Let me know what you think about this. Should we be giving more money to Ukraine or not? I'm not entirely sure. I know the answer, but I can tell you this. It shouldn't be my money they're giving. I'm tired of giving my tax dollars. You can give your money if you'd like to do so. It's a free country. Have a great rest of the week. Don't forget, if you like these videos, subscribe on our Rumble and X accounts at Vigilant News, or get these videos direct to your inbox by signing up for our newsletter at vigilantnews.com. Have a great rest of the week, and may God bless the United States of America. I'm signing out.